Welcome, everybody, to another session of Wrath and Glory. A very special session this time because it is a shorter but exciting first look at the homebrew.
Exciting.
Last session, your courageous tier 4s all defeated the great Botuthrax and Putridine and stopped their desires to destroy Tora Armis.
Yes, the great butt anthrax.
But at what cost? But at what cost? We now have three different characters in play for each of you. We have the tier 1 Andys, we have the tier 4 Chads, and the demigods of the tier 3s.
The demigods and quite corrupt at this point.
Yeah, when you said three different
guys.
ones, I was like, are you talking about the mutations?
Oh, Tiberius is so cool now.
I can fly.
Oh my god, Tiberius got some really cool mutations. Cassius did not.
He's kind of a space wolf now.
He is a bit space wolfy with wings.
No, with bonus wings.
Right, but I will just quickly do this because lighting is important. And we will set off the campaign. Poul, Argenta, and activate. Tora Armis has been saved. Through the actions of countless heroes, the streets of the once bustling Hive City have been wrenched from the clutches of Nurgle back into the cold and unmoving embrace of the Imperium of Man. Ruby, Khan, and Samus, after their near-death experience at the Lumen Sanctum, Kyra ferried the penal legionnaires back to the Imperial lines. After being
Kyra,
lovely Kyra. After being stabilized, the trio were later moved deeper into Tora Armis as the Astra Militarum retake Bastion Ferrons. With the news of victory coming down the Vox channels, the Guard quickly moved to fortify their new stronghold and rename her Bastion Lurifer. Casualties number in the tens of thousands, and the wounded litter the floors of the Medicare facility. Such conditions are rife with all manner of infections and diseases. The city might be saved, but there is still work to be done. Hive gangers roam the streets, looting what they can and increasing their firepower exponentially. Cultists still skulk in dark, shadowy places of the city. And the trio were the last people alive, or the last people to see Commissar Shrake alive. I'm sure some questions might need to be answered around that. Far off towards the center of the city, quick and asserted efforts are made from the Absolvers to return the damaged Thunderhawk back to the void ship Fury's Blade. A massive and mysterious shape has suddenly appeared from the war. Persephone's regret has returned. The last known signal of Urus Erenyi, chapter master of the Absolvers, was heard when Persephone last entered the star system. All efforts are being diverted to scramble a rescue mission aboard the gigantic Space Hulk. Tech Marines, servitors, and serfs tirelessly perform their duties deep underneath Tora Armis, salvaging what they can of the precious and limited Thunderhawk. It takes 3 Storm Ravens to ferry the Thunderhawk back on board Fury's Blade, where its machine spirit can be made whole again. Aboard one of these Storm Ravens, 3 figures clad in battle-weary power armor are seen boarding. The larger of the 3 escorted under guard. Only the Emperor knows what fate awaits them. As for Argenta, Gerhart, and Poul, as the heroes of the assault, having secured the landing that allowed the Tempestus Scions inside the city, saved the local populace, destroyed Rauruk, and cleansed the governor's palace of heresy, you are all summoned to an emergency meeting of the Circlet Council.
Ooh, okay.
You have all spent some time. We're talking about a week or so has passed. Your wounds are healed. You are revitalized. The city has lost its gloomy edge. You've been witnessing large transport ships bringing in droves of humans from all over the Gilead system. The one thing the system is plentiful of is humans. And they are being brought here to replenish the dead. During this time of healing and restoration, is there anything you'd like to do or say to each other before you attend your summons?
A few things.
Have we been together this whole time, or we just now come together in a spot now that we've been summoned?
It's highly likely that you would have had separate places to go back to your own factions. You'd have gone back to the Absolvers. I mean, it's up to you. You could have gone separate. You could have been together. How do you think your 3, going through everything that you have, would you have wanted to stick together, visited the Medicaid them together? I mean, the last time we saw Poul was poisoned by Nurgle. Would you have separated, or would have you stuck together?
Personally, I would have stuck with them. Especially after the city's probably just collecting itself, and almost like just in case, we don't know if it's going to really end. We don't know if there's going to be more. So I suppose if we stuck together, as we're walking through to the summons, Gerhart would look at Poul and Argenta, kind of walking through the city. I was getting used to so much fighting here at Tora Armis, and the chaos that was following, and the thousands of dead that roamed the streets. I forgot that it had its own charm. Tora Armis can be rather beautiful when it chooses to. And it's good to see the light in civilian eyes again. I didn't think we were gonna make it.
Did get pretty close. I was grateful to be able to put my bolter down for a short while and tend to the people of this world. Reminded me of being back home a little. The days in the convent before I got picked up.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't feel as oppressive as when we started. It is good to see life returned to the city as it should be. There are still scars, yes, but like you said, I think the people have more of a pep in their stride.
You seem to have much more of a pep in your stride, Paul.
I had been poisoned several times. It is nice not to feel my veins filled with abhorrent goop.
I very much know, Paul. I had to excise a lot of that goop outside of you.
I'm still very grateful for that, by the way.
I look forward to sanctifying my armor as Gerhart fingers some of the worn shoulder from the acid and the acid pot marks on his legs. The old girl hasn't seen many miles, but she certainly is worse for wear. She's going to need a little bit of maintenance.
Yes.
Yeah, those first few miles were certainly potholed.
Anything to do with chaos? Most certainly.
Spits on the floor.
They just cleaned
We just
that,
need to thank the
Argenta.
Emperor.
A small child walks past.
We just need to thank the Emperor and his light, and the conduit in which it shines. Argenta, your blessings have been instrumental for us to wade through this muck and come out on the other side, still shining with the Emperor's light, and not mutated and twisted like that of the warp. No offense, Paul.
I wish I could say no offense taken, but I've heard that plenty of times.
Thank you, my lord. And, well, Paul, those disgusting ruinous powers of yours proved very useful and very much coordinated by the Emperor's light. Makes me wonder if there's anything similar between the powers of faith and the ones that you wield yourself.
That there is advantage to being thoroughly trained and being given sanction to use these powers. I believe a direct result of said training is maybe the reason why I was possibly the best candidate to be poisoned in the first place. As unpleasant as it was, I was happy to be the one to sacrifice for that position. And can I say that I've extolled the virtues of my training and honing my already considerable power?
Sure.
Thanks, Saint Celestine. One of my
I
ones.
think that is literally the fastest I've claimed
That
a
is
psyker objective.
The fastest. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
We'll try and talk about your powers more often in a not so shitty light.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, mechanically now.
Mechanically.
Get your rod out.
Would Argenta have had time within this week that has passed to try and fix her diagnostor?
Absolutely not. No,
Fuck.
definitely not. this has been a healing process. This has been a process of recovery. Do you know what? There will have been tech marines around. There would have been people of technical ability. How's about you roll me a influence test? This is essentially an influence test to convince someone that your need is greater than somebody else's in this time of rebuilding, essentially. So give me a DN. It'll only be a DN3. DN3 influence test.
Nice. Oh, yes. Come on!
On the money.
On the money. So, yeah, you're privy to the bustlings and goings on of Tora Armis. Everyone is trying their best to get the city back to the way it was. The supply of bull bearings is running incredibly low, and they need to get them out into the system to build all the wonderful machinery that is required to keep the Imperium alive. During this week, you managed to pin down who would Argenta reach out to get this fixed?
Right, I don't know if this is a stretch.
Okay.
But do you remember the Tech Marine that
Tech
we
Marine
first
Hadriel?
met?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hadriel. Is that
On
too much
Ostia?
of a stretch? No, on...
No.
Oh,
in
no,
Tora
yeah,
Armis.
the Tech Marine. Sorry, yeah.
Tora
Got it. No,
Armis, yeah.
I'm with you now.
Yeah, the guy... What was it? Asked for the holy machine oil for Gerhart.
Yeah, let me see if I can get his character art up for you. This guy, Adriel.
Adriel.
Okay, so we already know that the absolvers are very busy in the bowels of the city, sorting out the Thunderhawk, trying to get that on board to get to Persephone's regret.
I'd say there may be someone from the Mechanicus that was a little more pro us if they were there in the system. Ones that were, say, more favourable to... Oh, what was the guy's name that we saved?
Oh, Jesus, that's a...
Oh, in
Yes.
the Manufactorum.
Yeah, because there's different factions within the Mechanicus. So it's... Not
Sure.
all of them hate us, just a very important one does.
Just Vakul.
Just the
Yeah.
big one, yeah. Sure. You within this time, you're able to track down one of the Adeptus Mechanicus priests. They are tending to some of the machines of war that have been destroyed or damaged during the assault. You see a handful of these red-robed cultists surrounded by their servitors and their serfs. They are chanting prayers, swinging incense, and doing blessed work on the body of the machinery.
She would go up to them, take him for a second, and just kind of thinking inside her head that it's like, they're so close with their worship. So close. Just... She takes a moment to appreciate their reverence. And the more she's spent in Gilead, she's realising each of the factions have to work a lot more together. So she's being a bit more open-minded now with how she interacts with other factions other than her own. And she goes, walks up to them and just goes, thank you for your reverence to the machine god and helping the system. Dear fellow servants of the Emperor, I need some help so I can further help and aid the sick and weak of this planet. My slate monotron is been severely broken, and my usual prayers and hitting it and hoping it starts again doesn't seem to be working.
This, the larger of the red-robed cultists of the Mechanicum turns to you. As he turns, these spider-like mechadendrites are twisting and twirling in the air above its head. As it faces you, two glassy red eyes, a vox augmetic. Almost its entire body is covered in machinery, very little of it organic. This is a high-ranking member of the cult.
Blessed sister, did you fight well to get the city back?
Slayed many a heretic. I can still hear their screams now.
It is good. The import of Tora Armis cannot be understated. The city, it was unique in its output. None of the other cities of Gilead Primus could create ball bearings to this technical purity. It is good that we will have these returning to us soon. The manufacturers lie dormant, but soon the fleshy bags will fall from the sky, and we will begin to create once again.
And it just sort of turns back towards the Lehman Russ tank, as it's in its own little wonderment of machinery.
Sorry, no. Could you please aid with this? As she's holding out she takes off her gauntlet with the slate monotron into it. Please, it's of the utmost importance. You need people to be able to build these ball bearings, and, well, I'm here to heal them.
It turns its head, but one of these red lens eyes still is kind of looking at the tank as the rest of its head turns around to face you. Looks down at the slate munitorum.
A trifle matter. This is surely something you could fix, but no matter. You simply have to turn it off and on again.
As the mechadendrites kind of claw down and tinker a little bit around with it, fixing your slate munitorum.
Oh! As I thought it was this one, and it was just like a giant red button that she kept hitting.
A common misunderstanding. The red button is not the on and off. The red button is for use. You would think they would color coordinate better. But these are desperate times. Things are always made to the correct standards of Holy Terra. Mechanicus of Mars would not appreciate this.
I've been slowly but surely trying to understand your ways and the ways of the machine. Obviously nowhere near your level yet, but I can do some simple repairs, having spent some time around you guys. I hope I can fix this myself one day.
The eye kind of looks you up and down.
While no augmetics like yourself are unchanged, organic, you will struggle to appreciate the machine spirit and the binaric chatter of our holy omens. You should invest in augmetic yourself. Become strong. The flesh, of course, is weak.
Each to their own. As she turns away and walks us in her head, like, do not shout at them about how the flesh is worthy of the Emperor. They have their ways. They do their thing.
Wonderful. Your slate munitorum is fixed.
Yay. And as this is happening, Gerhart and Poul have continued talking. She's just staring off into the distance. Oh, sorry, I was having a flashback there.
Some strange interaction with the Adeptus Mechanicus. Poul, Gerhart, Argenta had her own little moment. Is there anything else that you guys would want to do in this moment?
No, I mean, Gerhart in his mind be thinking, he requires his armor to be repaired, but the way he thinks those repairs would probably require him to take his armor off. It probably needs to be appropriately assessed. So he would just kind of sit there and enjoying the interaction between one of his brothers, a little bit more of the Omniscire side, interacting with a friend and a sister of his own.
Cool. Poul?
Poul would have been a few paces away from Argenta's interaction with the Mechanicus, but he would have actually been leaning against a mostly intact wall that's probably in the middle of getting repaired in some way, with his arms crossed, just like observing Argenta. And then if Argenta does come away slightly and she like snaps out of her reverie and sort of approaches the two of them again, the only thing Poul would probably say would just be a little quip in her direction. He would like stand up straight away from the wall and uncross his arms, like, I'm mighty impressed, Argenta. That was quite this civil interaction with someone with ever so slightly beliefs. Our recent conflicts have, I suppose, mellowed you in some way.
I think the truly dire and immediate nature of Gilead has made me realize we all have to come together a lot sooner than those with their own beliefs think we should. What matters are the people.
We all fight the same fight.
You catch on quick.
Yes. And without people, there's no one to believe in the Emperor.
This is true. This is true.
Too right.
Not too far.
Cool. Right, we will move forward in time then to when you were walking to the council meeting. So, you walk through the half-ruined halls of Bastion Lorifer, your heavy footsteps echoing through the sparse corridors. Dim lumen globes flicker as the scent of burning promethium and decay lingers in the air. Poul, as you walk through this corridor, I'd like you to give me a DN4 willpower test, please.
Oh, good.
Way.
So it's kind of like a retroactive, you've been sustaining so many warp abilities recently, we've never done one of these before.
No.
Alright, willpower, DN4, right?
DN4 willpower, please.
Cool. Oh!
That's a very good roll for a DN4. So, as
Want the
you're
glory.
walking through the hallway, I imagine you're kind of talking with Gerhart and Argenta. All of a sudden, in the back of your mind, you begin to feel this strange sense of dread and despair. Almost like a feeling of loss, emptiness. And you could swear you hear just out of reach something, you just can't quite hear it. Perhaps a lingering effect of the taint of Botuthrax and Putridine. But it's enough
This does...
to cause you pause.
And pause, it does. It stops me in my tracks, considering the horror that we've been through. If we were walking, the two of you would notice Paul suddenly stop mid-step. Whatever conversation he may have been having, he also stops mid-sentence as he is looking around, trying to sort of dig into the feeling that he just experienced. Looking past people down corridors, scrutinizing the expressions of people, into nooks and crannies, shadows, trying to see the source of this despair. But presumably, try as he might, he doesn't see anything.
You don't see anything with your eyes.
Are you all right, Paul? Why have you stopped? We have a summons to get to.
I sensed something. A feeling. Echoes of loss and despair. It was strong, but it was fleeting. I guess Paul will try and close his eyes to see if his mind's eye can follow any kind of trail of it. Clear away the distractions of what his vision is throwing at him.
Okay. You close your eyes, you open your mind's eye to this sensation, this feeling, trying to reach it out. It's distant. In your mind's eye, it's so hard to tell whether it's round the corner or in a completely different galaxy. You just get the sense of distance. And as soon as your eye latches on to this feeling, this dread despair, all of a sudden your head feels like it begins to split in two. The noise,
not again.
The noise goes from this slight whisper in the back of your mind. All sounds around you dull and fade and are replaced by ear-splitting shrieks of the dying. The pain brings you to your knees. And just as soon as it began, it stops. You are left
around
with the sense of overwhelming despair, death, and destruction.
So Paul looks around. He's barely registered the question that Gerhart has thrown his way, as he throws his mind back to it. Gerhart. Argenta.
Yes?
My connection with the warp throws things at me occasionally. I do not know whether this is simply an echo of the mass despair these people have been through in these recent months, or if it's something else entirely. But what I felt was despair, real and true, but so distant. the span of planets, the span of a sol system. Strong yet distant. And I cannot count out that it is simply an echo. We did, after all, deal with thinning of the veil between our realm and the realm of chaos. But felt it, I did nonetheless. I am fine. I am no more injured than I was a moment ago. That was a strong
The realm
wave.
of chaos surrounds Gilead. As we speak, there's a cloud of it. I do not profess to know what psychics go through from a first-hand experience, but from what I know, such readings, such chaos, such feelings are not uncommon with what is around us and surrounds us and traps us in. It could be this, it could be something else entirely. But it's not surprising, to say the least.
If we ever get a moment, I'll see what I can do. I'll try and meditate on it. Chase the feeling.
Well, I do have a feeling that Tora Armis is just the beginning. There's many more worlds that are possibly in danger. And well, when it comes to problems, there will always be one way to solve them. She puts her hand on Paul's shoulder, and then she taps her heavy bolter on a strap.
I can always rely on you, Argenta, to supply us with the simplest answer.
Did Argenta touch a psyker? Willingly.
He may have saved her life a number of times now. Yes. Well, your kind do seem to have their uses. Now, let's not keep the good people waiting. We have been.
That's as fine a compliment as I can expect from the Sisters of Battle. I'll take it for what you meant it.
Oh, I wonder if we're going to be congratulated or chewed out. Remember the last time that we had to face up for our choices and during missions were, well, more on the chew out side. Probably going to be pretty miffed that we blow up the entire factory, if I had to guess.
That's yesterday's news. We've killed demons, chaos spawn, evil jukes. I feel like it balances some of it out.
Dude was a lord. Fucking Duke.
He was a lord.
I'm a Duke, not a lord.
Huh? Well, he's a dead lord.
That kind of reference.
For sure now.
Well, no time like the present. Let's go and find out. If we are to be chewed out, know that we stayed true to our purpose and our beliefs.
Oh, God, I hope that bitch is being tortured.
Oh, what was her name? It was Lord
Cecilia?
Cilicia.
Cilicia, there we go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so nice to you there, Cilicia.
You know,
No,
face.
no, that face is
What do you
Cruella de
mean?
Vil.
She's lovely.
All she needs is a coat made of Dalmatians pelt.
All right.
So, you reach the end of the corridor. Before you, two Heavy doors collapsed in on themselves at odd angles. Beyond, you can see inside the room. A single massive hollow table has been installed inside the ruined room, displaying emergency resource allocations and the disembodied portrait of Archdeacon Clade. Resplendent in her immaculately pressed gravedigger's dress uniform, stands at the head of the table Lord Philemon. Resplendent in her immaculately pressed gravedigger's dress uniform, stands at the head of the table, and a battered servitor, speaking with the voice of Archmagos Vakul, stands opposite.
Uh-oh.
A bold, lavishly dressed member of the ecclesiarchy stands behind the hologram of Archdeacon Clade, and at the back of the room, you see two people in quiet conversation. Inquisitor Tritona and Tertius von Statten.
Oh, they're all here.
Yeah.
As I show you that image.
All... I love this, just the ecclesiarchy guy in the middle is floating. Just like... I mean, he's clearly a hologram. Yeah.
Little hollow tut-tut.
But he's so tiny.
A fierce debate is raging. Lord Philemon, who is this character, is...
I remember you.
Ah, yeah.
Enough. We are rationing what little remains. The outer blocks burn. The manufactorums are in ruins, and yet you bicker like spoiled nobles at a victory feast. This is my planet, and the Planetary Defense Force needs priority. Without order, there will be no city to rebuild it.
From the servitor, hear the proxy voice of Archmagos Vakul.
Incorrect. The greatest threat is not the rabble, but entropy. If the utility manufactorums remain offline, we will lack the means to sustain ourselves. Energy production is at 14% efficiency. Water purification is unreliable. Food supply chains are ruptured. If the infrastructure is not restored, we face systematic collapse within 14 lunar cycles. Thank the Omnisire that the bull-bearing manufactorums received minimal damage during the siege.
From the hologram, you see the beautiful visage of Archdeacon Medamar Clade, who you had a personal call from aboard Strachan's workhorse.
Oh, this guy, yeah.
And what of the souls of this city? Vakul? You speak of machines while the Emperor's flock drowns in despair, brought about by the ruinous powers. The great cathedral is infested by those things. The faithful cry out for guidance, for reassurance that their suffering has meaning. We must rebuild the sacred sites, tend to the wounded, and uplift the people's faith before they turn to the heresy we have just evicted.
Faith will not stop the rights priest. The Underhide is already fracturing. The Carrion gang holds vast swathes of the region, and the Callers of Sorrow as they call themselves, are still spreading their putrid filth to the masses. We need boots on the ground, fortified sectors, and a militia to keep what's left of the city intact.
A futile reproach. The abilities of what remains of the local enforcers are inadequate. Deploying military assets to enforce order will lead to further depletion of critical reserves. Precision and efficiency dictate that the manufacturums receive the highest priority. Only when industry is revived can we begin to stabilize efforts.
You mechanized clanker! Without faith, there will be nothing to stabilize. The people are starving, dying in the streets, and you wish to feed the corpses into your machines. Where is Captain Akir? He would make you see sense.
The flesh fails. The machine endures.
Enough. We have ration shortages, an entire city half buried under rubble, and a population on the brink of revolt. Brevet Captain Akir has other priorities, it would seem. At least the rogue trader didn't feel the need to bless us with his presence. Now accept that order must prevail. I will not hesitate to do my duty, even if you stand in my way.
Ooh, they're having an argument.
I have a gift for this.
Kids at the dinner table.
Are we just sitting there? Are we all like sitting there? Just got there. We're going. They're just watching it all unfold.
You're literally you've. I suppose this is like this whole argument is unraveling before you. The doors are sort of blown down, so this is all open to you, and you're kind of you could be stood in the doorway. You might have come in, but they do notice your arrival.
I see. Your strike team has arrived, Tytrona.
As Lord Philemon's face visibly softens.
Welcome, welcome, heroes of Tora Armis. Thank you for joining us here. Please join us at the table. As you can no doubt see, things are quite tense. Maybe you can help bring reason to these uninitiated.
We can try. But first, the summons. You wanted to see us. And as he goes near the table where everyone's talking and places two gauntleted hands down, leaning against it.
Yes, of course. Forgive me, it's been a long week. Gerhart. Poul Argenta. I have summoned you here as Lord of the Estraminatarum in the sector. I owe you a personal debt of gratitude. I know that wars are not won by the individual, but battles certainly are. And the tales of your heroics, well, I fear without your efforts, the city would have been lost. Truly, you three are all touched by fate.
As you all gain a little reward.
Ooh. Is it explained?
Shut up, Simon.
Is it XP? You all gain a free talent.
Oh, that's possibly better than XP.
Oh, that's so much
I am unprepared for this.
What's the talent?
All for your efforts in beating Tora Armis gain touched by fate.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, with
Is there
an
an
additional
XP?
plus rank wrath.
What? What?
Oh, things are going to get
Come
dangerous if we keep giving us basically 3 more wrath each session. What?
Talk to me. I don't know where you're seeing this, and I feel like I'm FOMOing here.
ability.
Character sheet, abilities, under
the first
talents, touched
Right.
by fate.
That's wild.
And then you
I'm
can
gonna
just click on
a
it.
lot more
Through.
narrative
Even your war goes
declarations
faith. You begin each session with an additional plus rank wrath points.
Yeah.
I narratively declarate I itch my crotch.
What the fuck? You begin each session with an additional 3 rank points.
Yeah.
Jesus. And we get a free. We get a free feat. Did you say?
No, that is the
that's-
free talent.
Is this the free feat?
That's the free talent.
That's the free
okay,
talent.
got you.
That is fucking sick.
Got you. That is
Very good.
that's crazy. Guess we're all wrath machines now. Wrath machine.
Yeah, I get a little bit more to spend.
But no.
Oh, okay. That's big. That also
Unexpected.
scares me.
You'd be fine.
Not that I'm metagaming or anything. This is all a good omen.
These
Nothing
are all
bad
good
can come of
things.
this.
You're touched by fate.
This isn't this. I mean, I'm touched by fate. We're the Emperor's favourites. Surely.
We are
Yeah.
pretty favoured. Mate,
The Emperor
fucking-
does provide.
Emperor does protect. I've got to. But so, Gents follows suit, walks to the table, sees the hologram of the Archdeacon, and then bows beneath, like as she goes, "Your Holiness," as she. Even if you can't see her, she still bows below it.
Sister Argenta, it's good of you. Good to see you again. Your efforts on Enoch defeating the Isle of those pesky orcs is... Well, it was very good of you to do. Of course, the planet is still in turmoil and demons are attacking the south coast. Bloody cultists everywhere, and there's strange people with more legs and arms than they're meant to have, but... Well... That's our life at the minute. But good on you. Well done. Well done, Argenta.
Such high praise from someone as holy as thou. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see your hologram once again.
And you can see the fat wobble just as he waves his hand.
Big bombard.
I will most certainly have to come back to Enoch at some point. But it seems that we have more pressing matters here. I guess one thing possibly concerns me. We did come across these gangs earlier in our pursuits around the city. It could be
a possible hotbed for the ruinous powers. What was the name of the other gang that you said?
God, I've got to go back.
Lord Philemon believes that there's a gang of cultists calling themselves Callers of Sorrow. Some sort of offshoot of those, what did they call themselves? The young people? Young idiots? Young peasants?
Rude boys?
The Rude Boys.
The young man, no.
No, the Doomed Youth.
Archdeacon, I believe you're talking about the doomed youth that were terrorizing the outer rim of the city. Yes, there's some intelligence that says that they are in leagues with each other, but the Callers of Sorrow seem more organized than those idiots.
Oh, well, it's nothing that your boys in the brass can't handle. Gravedigger's finest and all that. You'll be able to sort it out, won't you?
Yes, well, we're certainly trying, but it's incredibly hard when we don't have the resources, like I keep telling you.
Excuse me if I've misinterpreted this, my Lord Archdeacon, so on. She gives a kind of... Is Vakul actually here?
No, it's the proxy. You've actually never met her. It's just this proxy.
It's always
servitor.
been yeah. She still gives it like from the previous experience a little daggers a little bit. Cool. Are these gangs restricting supplies to the people and the repair efforts?
Well, Lord Philemon, you handle this. I don't know.
Yes, quite. Well, let's lead the military minds to the military. How's about that, Archdeacon? Argenta, yes. It appears that some of the gangs have been taking over the manufactorums. They've been arming themselves with various equipment, raiding, pillaging, and they're getting stronger. It's not as big as a problem as we did have. We're simply mopping up the mess. The gravediggers will be able to sort this out. We have the mechanized infantry bringing in chimeras and the Lehman Russ techs, and we will dig out these gankers. The cultists, however, are stranger. These Callers of Sorrow. They are. They are not actively attacking any of the supply routes, but they are causing trouble. Again, I'm sure the gravediggers will be able to handle it. You have done enough for this city.
Well, I cannot speak for Poul or Argenta. But myself, I'm an absolver. I am here to protect the people, and I am here to see the continuation of Gilead and the cities and planets within it. We are currently planet-side, and I don't know which missions will take me where or when I will be called back to our ship. You do have my expertise while I am planet-side. If there is something that you need to move this rebel along, then my services can be rendered. We're a little bit more surgical than that of the gravediggers, So if there is something that needs to be done to move this process along,
can you all do me a... Well, anyone who wants to. Do me a awareness test, please. It'd be a DN5.
awareness. Is it any kind of awareness that the eyes, oculobes, or the ears would pick up?
Not really, no.
Oh, I could.
Do you say DN5?
DN5.
Oh, do I use a raft? Do I use a raft?
Don't you have
Heresy.
shitloads of wrath?
Yeah. Oh, do I get to add the raft now?
Yeah, we can add the wrap.
Oh, fuck yeah. Go for it. Damn it.
I'll use some wrath.
I will not. It is unlikely that I will pass this test.
Okay.
1 point of glory. I might be able to get it. It's a 50-50.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right.
I put that glory in for a reason.
Come on.
We go.
Oh, beautiful. So,
There we go, son.
Poul and Argenta, you don't see this, but
Nice.
Gerhart, you do spot in the back of the room your patron, Inquisitor Dekusuni. She's in hushed, fierce conversations with Tertius, who, if you remember, is this fellow here.
Your bitch boy.
Bitch boy, exactly. She's in hushed conversations with Tertius, but
Simp.
every so often you can see her eyes are clearly darting to you three. She is observing and very aware of everything you're doing and saying.
Being very unaware, Argenta would just get, well, I do purge things. I do purge heretics, so that's my 2 corpse starches into the mix there.
I appreciate both of your candor. But you need rest as well. The gravediggers have this in hand. So long as we are allowed the resources that we require.
As she looks at Vakul and Archdeacon.
The gravediggers will sweep up this mess and ensure it doesn't happen again. That being said, there was another thing. Do you recall Lord Jegrin?
Paul might.
Jacqueline?
Lord Jegrin.
Can I do a history?
Sure. Anyone can do a history. It's not been that long, so it's DN3. Your players may have done. There's a lot of shit's happened though.
What
Yeah.
would be a history?
Say again?
Scholar, presumably.
Ah,
Scholar.
scholar. So DM3, did you say?
Yeah.
I wanted to shift the color of my dice back to Paul's colors. This is very important, obviously.
Cool. Argenta, you don't have a clue, but Gerhart and Poul, you do recall Lord Jegrin as the gentleman from the Chem Labs who was leading the civilians after you cleared the bridge and Paul threw the tank into the abyss.
Lord Gerhart.
Mm.
Was that the big guy
Artwork?
hanging from the
Does he have
ceiling
artwork?
we killed?
Yeah, I do have artwork, but
I'm a face kind of guy.
he was missing.
Oh,
He was missing one arm.
He was the dad of the lady that we.
Oh,
definitely-
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Gerhart.
Yes. And he became a lord because he was the last
Yeah.
surviving, or is the highest surviving member of that particular family.
Exactly.
Mm.
He was the
Well-
one with the ginger-haired girl that definitely didn't die because we dallied.
Yeah, definitely didn't die because she died.
Well, Lord Jekrin has asked for you three personally to help him supporting some works of the Manufactorum. I advised against it. I believe that you've done enough. You need your rest. The Kiliad system is not safe and things are not going to get better, but if you wish to go see him, perhaps you can help him there.
What is it that is the motto of humanity? We toil until we can no longer. If this is our toil, then go forth we shall.
Very well.
My armor isn't falling off my body yet. Therefore, I still have a couple of miles left before a rest.
The only thing I love almost as much as purging is a good old bit of toil.
I am in no position to stop any of you. If you wish to do this, then do so. I'm sure Lord Jagger would appreciate the help. His new position has been challenging for him. But so is war, and it's challenging for all of us. I have more pressing matters, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Do you have any thoughts on our hair debate? Where would you allocate the necessary resources?
Well, myself, you've got two options. Well, from what I could hear over your conversations, you have 2 points of contention, correct? You have rebels that are causing chaos and need to be cleaned. And there is supply lines to food and nourishment, correct? Muted.
Why do you bring these people into our talks? They are not of the Sacred Council. They have no standing here. I have met with these three before, and they are nothing but a nuisance.
Cool. They are invited here as honored guests for their works securing Tora Armis.
I see no evidence of their works. None but hearsay and lies. It is the machine that brought Tora Armis back to the fold of the Imperium and to the Omnissiah.
Clearly, you have lost favor with Vakul. Do you not
I
care
do
to
not know what
why?
they are talking about. We have never met.
Factually correct.
So to the question, you have two problems. The rebel that you have to squash and the supply lines for food, water, rations,
Well-
correct?
As you know, the Gilead system has limited resources. There's only so much to go around. We have plenty of human bodies, but machinery, servitors, ammunition, even the rockcretes and plasteel is limited. I am proposing that we allocate our resources to getting the city under control first, removing the rebels, removing the gangs, and these cultists.
I disagree. It does not matter if the gangs and the cultists are here. If the facilities cannot be brought back online, we cannot get the fresh waters, the foods, the machinery running. All in the city will die, whether Imperium or heretic.
Yes, well, as Argenta will no doubt side with me on, the most important thing is allocating the resources, not to rebuilding paltry bastions and watchtowers and checkpoints. It is to get the shrines back. The God Emperor watches. If he is displeased, he will not deign to give us bounty. We should allocate resources to the church.
Personally, my order of operations would be: first, restore the manufacture for resources, food and water, which increases morale, and to feed the grave diggers, the troops and the people, with the morale, food, and servitors all in line. Bring the rebels to heel, so that when you erect the statues back in the Emperor's name, you do so in peace, and couple his name with strength, not while sowing chaos in the city. Those would be my orders of operations.
But
They are
Lord
all correct in their own
Gerhart,
way.
surely you can see that if we allocate the resources to the manufacturers, all that's going to happen is paint a target on their backs for the gangers.
Yes,
No,
my
Finneman. See, the Lord is right. The Lord understands the machine. Perhaps he is not as folly as I thought he was.
Yes, Fakul, you seem to be once again concerned with your own pursuits and forgotten the larger picture of the entire system.
What do you mean, once again? We've never met.
My
No.
pursuits are clearly to restoring this city back to its functional form. If it cannot function, the entire system will fail. It is an integral cog in the machinery of Gilead.
Right. As much as faith in the people must return to this planet, heresy must always be purged. We can't risk another climax of what just happened to happen again. And if it's going to happen anytime, it's going to happen sometime soon if we allow it. My only concern is if we, as Lord Philemon said, is painting a target on the Manufactorum. If there are gangers and cultists who prey, and the ruinous powers prey off all the depravity and depression and despair that this planet is going through, I fear that it may rise once more unless it's fully extinguished.
Personally, I think you could switch 1 and 2. You could take out the rebels first, then supply the manufactorums. I think 3 is always the last, erecting statues in his name. Obviously an important endeavor, but not quite as pertinent as restoring order.
What is this heresy? What is this heresy? I cannot believe this. This is ridiculous. The shrines are the most important thing. You should, of all people, Lord Gerhart, you should know, having the shrines on Enoch being such precious resources to the absolvers themselves, and the precious relics they're held inside. I cannot believe this.
With all due respect, Archdeacon, but what good is a shrine if the people have died of starvation?
And what good are the people if they live and serve the ruinous powers? We have people all over this sector.
I think you've answered your own question there, Archdeacon. The 3 of us, as well as all those in the glorious guard and the fellow sisters and absolvers that have fought on this planet, we've seen firsthand the ruinous powers at play, and we cannot give them an inch. If there's any room for them to grow, they will flower and they will flourish across this planet once more. They must be extinguished.
Send the gravediggers to the manufactorums. Send me to the gang city, to the gangs that are running this rebel, and I'll crush them. Cut them out like a cancer. I could get it done within a day.
I'm surprised you're still even on this damned planet. All the rest of your brothers have ran off and retreated to space.
Well, I've got something to prove, maybe. Either way, sounds like there's work to be done, and you seem to be at a crossroads. I'm sure if one of the options are taken off the table, the other 2 should be easier to come to. But once I am off planet, I will be a lot harder to summon.
Yes. We could easily gangs or the cultists, whichever foe you wish us to extinguish. You have an angel of the Emperor here. I've seen him slay chaos demons, the likes of which a puny mortal like us would barely stand up to.
And so you claim that you are still one man. You may be Astartes, but you are not mortal. You are still organic and flesh.
So will you be going crushing the cultists yourself?
What an honor.
You hear this, like, pregnant pause. A little, like, Bionic chattering.
I have pressing matters on Avacros. The forged cities will not tend themselves, and the Eternity engines must be cleansed. There are fears that one of them is failing, and if it's the last time the Eternity engine failed, a city died. I'm sure even you can appreciate a forged city dying is less than acceptable.
Give me a couple of men from the Gravediggers. A small platoon. Argenta, myself, Poul. Some of these Gravediggers, we will take care of these cultists. We can take care of the gangers. Take the rest of the Gravediggers to the manufactoriums and get resources going. Get the manufactoriums started. We can handle the rest.
Yes, for someone so concerned with numbers, you don't seem to be able to count. He's more than just one.
Oof.
We have a psyker over here who can throw rhinos with a thought.
With great effort, I might add.
No, it seemed incredibly easy.
It's a
And
very hard thought.
An unlikely statement.
Unlikely, true.
yes. Archdeacon, if you can get me some novitiates to join us. We have some grave diggers. We have a commissar. And we have an angel. Add some of his faithful. And hopefully we can help purge this planet once more.
Pray tell, Argenta, what novitiates are going to come to a dead city with not a single shrine erected? Come now, Argenta, you are much smarter than this. This is why we need it. This is why we need the glorious shrines and temples being resurrected. They will flock in their droves. Just think of the devotees. Just think.
But my lord, I am of the Order of the Martyred Lady. We are always in pursuit of sacrificing ourselves in the name of the Emperor, in glorious battle in his name. If there are any fellow sisters that follow my order, they will be following to the most dire of causes in this system. And, well, I can't see any more than where we are right now.
Well, seems that my words are going unabated. So much for the Imperial cult having its power in the system. I will bid you all adieu. As his hologram just cuts out.
We're making friends left, right, and center. The cool, the decon.
From the back of the room, you do see... Where's my thing? You do see Tytrona, who is yet to join the mix. She turns away from Tertius and steps up to the table.
Well, glad to see the back of him. Lord Philemon, it is clear that the gravediggers require all the assistance they can muster. And Gerhart, it is good to see you are keen to offer your sword. But your sword is not yours to give, remember, it is mine, and I have tasks for you that don't involve cleaning up the gravediggers' shit. Lord Philemon will carry on her tactics, and she will clean her city as she has continued to profess. She will clean her city. She will deal with the consequences of her city. Your tasks are greater than this. I am, however, intrigued of this Lord Jedrin. His quick promotion within the city, he has done good work. He has been bringing people into the manufactorums. He is cleaning up the hadblocks. He is becoming a force to be reckoned with.
As she kind of looks towards Tertius and gives him a bit of a daggers.
What's her name again? Is it Tritona?
Inquisitor Daikasune.
It's
Daikasune.
it's Inquisitor Tritrona Daikusune.
Okay.
Tytrona. She's your patron. Inquisitor Tytrona Daikesune.
What does that mean again, her being my patron?
We're her bitch.
Yeah, she owns you.
Since the whole cool thing and our fuck up, we're kind of in the Inquisition kit at this time.
We're essentially only alive because she wills it at the moment.
Pretty much.
I have things to say about that.
Go ahead.
So, the cool Lord Philemon, have your petty squabbles as you see fit. It seems that Archdeacon has pulled himself out of this race. We have better things to deal with.
Lord Inquisitor, what could be more dire than the lives of thousands, if not millions of people on this city?
She looks towards Lord Philemon and Vakul.
Some things are best discussed outside the circlet. No offense to you, Lord Philemon. But you have enough on your plate, and the Inquisition has enemies everywhere. Don taken, as long as you stay out of my business, I will stay out of yours, as it has always been, Tytrona.
So, what? We ought to go and see Lord Jegrin. See what he has asked of us.
Yes.
Keep our eyes and ears open. Report back. Is that our mission, Inquisitor?
Yes. Speak to Lord Jegrin. See what he has to say. He may just want to owe you a debt of thanks. May have something else. But he's become an interesting player within Tora Armis. And I think he's someone we should keep on our side.
All right.
Is there more you would like to discuss with us in outside of present company?
There will be time for that, Argenta. There will be time for that. I will call for you when I need you.
To Lord?
Inquisitor, a word.
Yes, Gerhart.
I want to make something clear, just so that we do not have our wires crossed at any time. I'm more than happy to respect the patron status that you currently have. But to say that my sword is not mine to give is somewhat false. Though you be my patron at this time, my brotherhood and my brothers will always come first, and if they asked for my sword, there wouldn't be a force on this earth or the next that would stop me from going with my brothers. And I want to make that clear. I am an absolver first, and always will be.
She gestures to kind of leave the room as she steps out in front of you.
I follow? Or
Sure.
walk out of the room if she's not... She gestured me just to leave, like a dismissive leave, or
She's
follow me?
she's saying come, like, leave these two people at the table, essentially.
Oh, yeah, okay, I follow.
So yeah.
Yeah, fine. What is this Eof you speak of?
Eof.
He said
She gestures to all to leave the room, and you come out with her, taking you into a side room, closing the door, and then turning to face you three.
Gerhart, do you see this?
She presents the inquisitorial rosette, the sign of her office.
Simply put,
I do.
I am the Emperor's will in this system. There is no higher authority than me. Your lives are at my whim. You continue to exist because I will it. I've spoken to the brevet captain, and he has accepted my authority over this. It is glorious of you to offer your sword, but where I need it before, I shall have it, or you will not continue to have your existence. These are simple facts of the Inquisition. The need of the Emperor of Mankind is higher than the Imperial Guard, higher than the Absolvers, the Ecclesiarchy above all else entirely. I am dealing with horrors untold, such as you have seen in this very city. I would rather watch the entire city burn than allow demons to run amok. The souls of the Imperium must be saved, and we will continue to save them. You will continue to save them, all of you.
I have not spoken with my captain. Until I have, with all due respect, I do maintain my position. I do understand yours, but they are still my brothers. I didn't decline your mission. I'm just simply stating my position with my brothers. I have not spoken with my captain. You say you have.
The brevet captain sits on the circle of council. I speak with him often, yes.
I suppose I will feel better once I've contacted him myself.
Loyalty to your brotherhood is understandable. It is ingrained in your very DNA. But do this quickly, and do not second-guess me again. My power is absolute in this system.
I'll contact him at once.
Argenta, to answer your question, there are considerably greater threats at our feet. The southern continent of Enoch. Known as Alphazar. is under demonic incursion. The cities of Zeta and Perihelion are under near constant siege. There are terrible things happening across the sector. Enoch, yes. But Nethris, our Imperial allies with their Titans, are seeing megafauna like they've never seen before. We are investigating whether these are fauna or whether these are demons themselves. The Titans cannot fall. They are a Emperor blessing in this system. If we lose them, I doubt the system will stand for long. There are many threats hidden and out in front of us, and we are trying to stay ahead of all of them. So I require my people to do as they are told and investigate where I am asking them.
Well, Lord Inquisitor, we will, we'll investigate this Lord Chagrin, and I cannot speak on behalf of my companions here, but as much as I would like to immediately go to Enoch and rid this demonic threat, I am a sister of battle, and we do serve the Inquisition as their military arm when needed. So, whichever threat, whether it be Nethris or Enoch, let me know when we get back from seeing Chagrin which place we need to go to. I need to go to next.
And Commissar, anything from you?
I ain't got nothing to add. I know my position in the system. I know my life is always at the will of the Emperor. In this system, that is yours.
Good. Well, if you'll excuse me, I haven't finished with talking with Tertius yet. Go with the Emperor.
Yes.
May his light guide us all.
As she
The Emperor protect.
leaves the room.
Tertius was definitely the little bitch, wasn't he? I just can't remember which one. If he was...
Tertius was the little bitch. If you're asking me that, Tertius was the, little bitch.
Yeah. No, but she said that out loud as soon as she left the room. Yes. But, yes, let's see this... Lord Jack. I can't quite remember him, but I'm sure my memory will reboot when I see him once more. So how are we supposed to get there?
I'm sure transport will be arranged.
I'd like to look around for somewhere to dial the valve solution. I wanted to speak to Captain Privet if he's available.
Voxcaster. We're in the Bastion, so I imagine a Voxcaster will be there. Sure. You patrol through the echoing halls of this once stronghold, coming across a command center room. Inside, various cogitators, a few men on various machineries, trying to navigate different platoons, going to different sectors, different regions, trying to clear out various messes.
Okay. I kind of walk through, just casting my gaze around. I don't know if it's just me or the other two are following or anything, but I do try to find myself a Voxcaster, sit down, and do what I need to do to dial out to the vow absolution.
Sure. How do you flag the vow absolution? You're calling out.
He shouts really loudly.
No, you speak into it, my lord.
Lieutenant Gerhart of the Absolvers chapter, hailing the vow of absolution. Come in. Lieutenant Gerhart here.
We read you, brother.
Is Captain Brevet available for a call? I must speak with him.
Captain Brevet is mustering the men for the warp drive.
Roll me influence. Gonna be a DN4 to make your need more important.
Okay. DN4. Where the
It's in gear, I think.
Such a weird place to put it. Right.
I keep thinking that, and then I keep thinking, well, it's kind of how we get gear, so maybe that makes sense. Ooh.
I'm using a point of wrath.
Wow.
Eat shit with that roll. Thank you. There you go.
Nice.
I'm going to shift for a better result. Does that give me enough? Yes, it does. Cool. There we go.
I can flag him down for you. I'll patch you through in a second. We'll go straight to his Vox speed.
Thank you, brother.
Come in. This is Brevet Captain Akir. Who is speaking, brother?
This is Lieutenant Gerhart, flagging from Tora Armis.
Ah, Lieutenant. Good to hear from you. I'm glad the strike team went well. How was your assault on the gates? How was your assault on the spire? You led
Went
the
swimmingly.
Tempestus Scions, correct?
With Commissar Poul, Palatine Argenta, we managed to burst through the gates, kill one of the psychers that had been controlling a lot of people, and bring an end to a lot of the chaos. For all intents and purposes, it went incredibly well. We also killed a corrupted lord by the name of...
Lord Van Staten.
By the name of Lord Van Staten. He had gone the way of the warp, and had been spearheading a lot of the chaos that had been plaguing Tora Armis.
This is very good to hear. The battle for Tora Armis was a great day for the Absolvers. We checked the records in the Book of Broken Bonds. Many of the broken vows have been avenged.
Yeah, we did that.
For many a fallen brother, may it bring them honor. And in speaking and in keeping with honor, my captain, you are what it seems to be aware that I am under the patronage of a one Inquisitor, Tritona Dikasune. fucking stupid name.
It is a fucking stupid name. I agree. Whoever names her is a fucking cunt. Yes.
She has... Sorry, you go. Yeah.
So many syllables.
So many syllables, man. Unnatural.
I get the feel that's kind of like par for the course with any
Roleplay.
Inquisition, and like any Imperial name.
Yes.
Crazy.
Fumble back a step.
The Manufactorum.
I am aware of Tytrona. She has spoke to me about the Manufactorum on Evacarus. She has spoken to me about the work she has been doing there, and she has spoken to me about her taking you under her inquisitorial wing. These are all truths. As the Inquisition, she has the say of it. As much as I would enjoy having you back aboard Fury's Blade or the Vow of Absolution itself, and taking you out into missions across the greater Gilead system, while she still lives, we must do as the Inquisition bids. It is the duty and honor of the Astartes. The Inquisition speak. When the Inquisition speak, they speak with the voice of the Emperor on Holy Terra. To deny them would be to deny the Emperor.
And if this is the way it must be, then that is the way it must be. But I did speak my truth, and that is that I had to hear this from my captain myself, for I am an absolver first, always. And if it is your order that I am to be under her patronage, then that is the order that I will follow, because it is yours.
It is. But...
Oh.
Brother, are you on your own? Neighbor, can you hear me? Brother, it is very important. The Inquisition is infallible. The truth is undeniable. But I have sat on the Circuit Council. There are many Inquisitors within the Gilead system. Tytrona is but one of them. Tytrona is the Inquisitor of the Ordo Malleus. They're Inquisitors for the Ordo Xenos and the Ordo Hereticus. Some of the things that Tytrona says at the council meetings, I fear do not always align with that of the Vow of Gilead. We cannot outright betray her. We cannot outright abandon her, but keep your wits about you. Listen to everything she says. And where possible, report back to me. Is that understood, brother? Good. I will speak to you shortly.
Someone's on Daikasuna's naughty list.
God, that was super gay. It dragged me to the secret channel, and it said you cannot talk unless you have push to talk on, which I have never ever put a push to talk button on I don't have that shortcut.
Oh,
So
that
it wouldn't-
is
it wouldn't-
gay.
It wouldn't let me talk.
Why is that on? Is that
I don't know.
Forgotten?
I don't have a
be
hotkey for that.
that might be something you've done, yeah, but I don't see the channel to help you see what the settings are.
You could just mute
fact,
us
no,
and
I
I
don't-
could go make a cup of tea.
In fact, I can't
don't mind.
manipulate any of these settings, I don't think.
I don't know. I'll look into it. I don't know why
Yeah.
that's done that. Anyway, something happens.
Your butt, Lord Gerhard. What do you mean by gay? What is this gay?
Okay, cool. That is okay. That is awesome. I would have said to him, of course. And hung up the Vox caster, stood up, and go, well, I am indeed the Inquisitors, by order of my captain. So, it is said, and it is true. Should we find a way off-world? Or at least off this... Where are we? What ship are we on?
I think we're on world.
We're on
On-world. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we're still
you're-
in Tora Armis.
Yeah, you're in the new bastion, Lurifer.
Yeah.
New Bassin, Loritha.
Bastion. It's one of the strongholds within the city. So you're in the city.
Yes. Well, we'll find some wheels or tracks to take us to Lord Chegrin. It's not too bad working for the Inquisition, Lord Gerhard. There's lots of purging to be done.
Of course, Argenta would love it.
I don't have a problem with the Inquisition. I just am an absolver first. That's all. It's all I've known. It's all I'll ever know. And I may be beholden to the Inquisition for now. But my heart is with the absolvers. I can't change that. Doesn't mean I won't do what needs to be done, of course.
Of course.
You know, my lord, one thing I have learnt in my brief time... yes, one thing, my lord, in my brief time here in this system with you and Poul, is that, yes, I'm a sister. I'm a member of the ecclesiarchy, but before all of that, I'm a citizen of the Imperium and a servant to the Emperor. As we all are. And also, I've started to think, food was always so scarce on Enoch. Why? How did Archdeacon get so... it doesn't make any sense.
Come on, Argenta, you can say the word.
Rotund. Obese. Just
Well, that
very large.
that could be the answer to why the food was so scarce. He's out of a high position. I'm sure he can requisition more than just corpse starch. And I don't think he's quite in the front lines swinging a blade about or lifting a flamer to his chest. And don't think he burns many calories.
Yes, burning heretics does burn calories, that is for certain.
Shall we find our way to this, Good look at my notes. I'm
Lord
getting stuff.
Jegrin.
Jegrin.
Yes, it's Lord Jegrin. Yes.
Lord
I-
Jegrin. We've met him
Jegrin or
before.
Gegrin?
I need to-
Jegrin.
J, right?
Jegrin.
J.
Yeah. I need to stop thinking. It's making me evaluate things. Let's go.
Cool. You
All right.
step. I imagine you step out of the bastion.
No.
Like a bat out of hell!
I
You
step
step-
down, cross my legs, and pout.
You can do that if you want. That's what the homebrew's all about. I'm giving you those options. If you want to have a paddy, I'm happy to roleplay that.
No, of course I step out. Paul knows his place.
You all leave the bastion. It's dark grey facade, a towering monument to Imperial strength. You need to get to Lord Jegrin's, which is deeper within the Hive City, at Chem Plant 5, somewhere that you have been before.
It is.
You can walk if you want. What do you want to do?
I take it we can't just hail a cab.
I was about to say, what would our characters know about modes of transport and where we would go?
Sure. You
Can I, something I
know
can roll?
that you can get yourself a vehicle, you can get yourself a driver, you can drive yourself, you can have the driver take you places. You're more
I
likely
have pilot skill.
you're more likely to get like a smaller what they call a smaller transport vehicle. So it's not you wouldn't be a chimera, it'd be more like an army jeep kind of thing. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. They've got a name. It's not Tora.
Humvee.
Yeah, kind of that kind of thing. So wouldn't be difficult to requisition something like that. If you were trying to go in with full metal Lehman Russ tanks, rhinos, all that kind of thing, that's a bit of a more wartime requisition type item.
I can try requisition a vehicle for us. I've been given my pilot's license. It's good to flex that part of my training. It's been a while.
Let's do it.
Sure. As you look about the courtyard that you're in, there's a training ground outside. You can see men in the Gravedigger's uniform charging bayonets into various detritus, some shooting off down range, trying to get their aims back in. And there is a small fleet of vehicles, Humvee type. You see men outside polishing them, cleaning them, and some lower servants of the Adeptus Mechanicus doing various prayers of unguents, changing of oils, and applying of purity seals.
I go over I kind of little nods to the Gravediggers, like keep up the good work kind of thing, and head over to the Mechanicus and go, Lieutenant Gerhart here, of the Absolvers chapter. I wish to requisition one of these vehicles. We need to get to Lord Jegrin.
Well, hey, shut up. It's an angel asking for the fucking vehicle. Give it to him. You will bring it back, Lord, won't you?
I plan to, yes.
Oh, well, all right. As this little snot-nosed kid kind of puts a dirty rag back in his pocket, steps away from it, and hands you over the proverbial keys. Do try to bring it back.
I'll try bring it back in one piece. We're just going to go speak. We're not going to be going to any minefields, hopefully.
All right. She's a bit stiff on the clutch, but, well, I'm sure you being an angel, that won't be a problem. Sign of the Aquila and kind of steps back away from it.
Good lad. Does a sign of Aquila back, you know. You can hear the gauntleted armor and the chest kind of bang. Makes a kind of a bit of a reverberant noise.
Nice. Beautiful.
Well, looks like we have a ride. Should we go see what Lord Jigrin is doing? And try to bring the vehicle back in one piece. I don't want to break the poor boy's heart.
Yes. Is there like a...
Means
I
no
guess, like
psycho
a
business.
stand?
A stand?
You know, something that you would plug in like a heavy bolter into.
Yeah, why not?
Like a holster.
Yeah, well,
Why
I
not?
don't know what the fuck they have it on the top of like Humvees, where there's usually a thing where they clip it in and like they don't build the Humvee with a fucking cow on it.
I
Like,
mean, they
attach
might
it,
do.
Oh, okay.
but I don't know what you'd call the
Like
attachment.
like an attachment point for your weapon.
Yeah. Just clip
It's-
it on.
It's kind of this thing. It's not quite this thing, but it's kind of this thing.
Okay. I wasn't planning on doing any opening up the warp anytime soon, Gerhart.
Good. I don't want to have this vehicle being sucked into a hole of nothingness. How am I supposed to explain that to the boy?
Just blame it on me.
I almost forgot about the first time we got inside a vehicle.
I'm sure they won't necessarily question me and my current position. He subtly gestures towards the sign of his current rank on his shoulder.
One's actions that they make, one always must be held accountable for those actions. And not to blame those around them. This is not the way.
I wouldn't be blamed if it was anything to do with the warp. It probably
But
would.
I
It
took the
probably would have
vehicle.
been from me.
This vehicle is now in my protection. This is how this works. Any harm that befalls it, whether from my own decisions or another's, still comes down to me.
Well, all right. I guess we got places to be. Let's see how heavy-footed you are then.
Well, let's see if this thing can hold my weight.
Yeah, you clamber in and the suspension just tanks out. No, it can take you away. You'll be all right. You'll be fine.
I didn't know these Humvees came in low rider comfort.
I'm gonna rev it a bit. Wham, wham.
Yeah. The Promethean engine ticks over nicely. It is a well-built machine. And you set off.
Not quite as powerful as Kira, but I'm sure she will do.
Yes.
It's a snug fit up here. Not built for heavy power armor.
I cannot push the seat forward any further, sister. I am already cramped as it is.
She's like out the little top bit like you see in the picture, but she's just like filling it. Holding the heavy bolter attached up top.
Nice.
Whereas little
Okay.
Poul is perching himself somewhere in the back and whatever space there is available for him.
Oh, I love being in the driving. I'm so glad I got a point of pilot so I can just drive stuff.
Nice. Nice. Wonderful. Okay, you all head off. Gerhart, give me a pilot test. It's going to be a DN3.
3.
Can I help?
Here we go.
Nope.
Oh, fucking no.
So
Good.
much for unharmed.
That is a complication, but you pass the test. You successfully navigate through the tightly cramped spaces and tightly cramped. I didn't add. You successfully navigate through the tightly cramped streets of Tora Armis. Broken buildings abound, but the streets themselves, yes, they're broken. The tarmac has huge dents in it, but most of the bodies seem to have been either cleared up into piles and burned or pushed to one side, allowing for easy passage. However, you roll a... Wait, you don't roll a complication, you have a complication. So we have a new table, which I don't think we've used before.
Ooh, interesting.
So we are dealing with...
Mirror.
You've lost a wing mirror, yeah. We have travel time. So you were going to have one travel event, but the complication means you're going to have 2.
Oh, cool.
Wait, didn't we have a complication when we drove in our very first vehicle on session 1 as well? Yes.
Sounds about right.
That's a certain kind of
yes, but I think that was
here.
that was an awareness. That was an awareness one, not a pilot one. I think. Yeah. And then you rolled
perils.
the Chaos God's intervention. Right. Let's see what happens.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Noble.
A prominent noble is traveling through the same area. This noble could be someone opposed to the agent's agenda or patron, or an incidental character unrelated to the agent's activity. The noble takes an interest in the agents and approaches them, possibly with an entourage, and engages in idle chatter. The agents can get their way through the conversation with a deception, insight, or persuasion test. Consequence for offending the noble could be far-reaching, depending on the noble's influence, while benefits could be equally as rewarding. Interesting. Okay, so you are trundling along the streets of Tora Armis until you come to a checkpoint. This checkpoint is not manned by members of the Imperial Guard. These people look more similar to the clothes and drab of the Palace Guard. They are in more colourful finery. Yes, they're wearing flak armour, but it is of good quality. It has a checkerboard colour of yellow and black across it. And they're all carrying hot shot lasguns. As you approach the checkpoint, one of the guards pulls over to stop you. Who's coming through? We weren't expecting any of the routes today. Oh, bloody hell! It's an angel! I thought you'd all left.
Hang on, there must be a gift for this.
Lieutenant Gerhart, with Commissar Poul and Palatine Argenta in tow. On the roof.
As he just kind of stutters, and out of the dugout, you see a man dressed in fine leathers, a long leather trench coat, bearing the symbol of the black and yellow checkered shield on his breast. He's sipping at a cup of recaf as he walks over. Ah! My! Did you say it's Lieutenant Gerhart? And Palatine Argenta and Commissar Poul? Gentlemen. This is amazing. These are the heroes of Tora Armis. I never thought that I'd bump into you three. Wow, what a great honor. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lord Titzenand. I'm one of the gentry of the nobles, but I've been tasked with keeping the streets fairly clean. What can I do for you, fine gentlemen?
Sorry, I was writing. Well, Gerhart speaks up. Looking passage to get through. We have a Lord Jegrin. We must see.
Lord Jegrin? Ah, no, you don't want to bother with that old boy. He's a trumped-up little snipe. He's not a real lord. I think he was an engineer before all this crap went down. No. Look, come, regale me of the fight of Tora Armis. How did it go? I heard you slew demons. Is that true?
Well, I'm not a great storyteller, not quite the strength of mine. However, Commissar Poul does tell a hell of a tale. He can
Commissar
regale
Poul?
you.
Oh,
till your
please.
ears fell off.
Do tell. Come, get out of the machine. Sit down, have a cup of recaf. Surely you could regale us with these informations. When they said they were fighting demons, I couldn't believe it. I didn't even think those things existed. Please, Commissar.
My good man, I would love to regale you a tall tale or two, especially with a couple of drinks in hand. Though I regret to inform you, we are on Inquisition business and must be about ourselves.
Take a load off, Paul.
As Gerhart, shouts out the window.
He threw a tank.
No, a tank.
There.
You threw an actual.
Demon Russ.
Could you do what? Could you throw another one here for us to see? It would be a great honor.
I would prefer not to waste our military resources any further than we already have. Besides, I did make a certain promise not to exercise my powers on this particular journey this day. He looks subtly towards Gerhart.
But surely you could do something. I mean, the boys have gone through a lot through this whole siege.
The powers of the warp are not to be trifled with. If there is no need for their exercise, I will refrain from doing so.
The Lord kind of just gives you a long stare, and he cranks his neck to one of the soldiers and says, I heard that the heroes of Tora Armis were better mannered than this. Perhaps they're not the ones. Well, Lord Jegrin, is it? That's who you want to see. Not Lord Titcheman.
Kill demons.
Fine. If that's how it's going to be, I see how it is. More important, lords, is it? You know, just because he runs the manufactorums does not make him any better than the engineer that he is. Low-born tripe.
We all have our place amongst the Imperium. It would not have been so long ago that you wouldn't have called me similar. And yet here we are, Commissar, Angel, Palatine, all deserving of respect. Lord Jegrin may not have been Lord for long, but he seems to command the respect of his people. It would certainly be interesting to be in his good books, wouldn't you say? Acquire allies of those who have good favor.
I give him no more than a month. The rebels won't stand for him. He refuses to do business. It's all about business, and see, you can't completely get rid of the rot. You have to manage the rot. Well, if you have your heart set on him, fine. We'll keep ourselves entertained in other ways, I'm sure.
Lord, what do you mean when you say do business?
It's a simple matter of fact that the gangers, they pay their way, they get things done. They keep things turning. The gangers have their place within the society of a hive city, just like the lords, the peasants, the workers, the manufactorum, the arbites. They all have their place. We all have to get along, otherwise it turns into, well, this.
Who are the gangers paying?
I don't know. Probably the arbites. Peasants who want more than they're allowed. The ducats keep crossing hands.
Do you have any of that information to hand? It would be mighty useful, and perhaps if you were to share that with Lord Philemon, that may help aggrandize your current station.
Oh, no. I'm talking in broader context, of course. I don't get involved in the lowers of rungs of society.
Well, if you were to, we suggest you report it in.
Now,
Believe me.
of course, heroes such of yourselves, I'm sure we will all do our duty to call anything we see in, won't we, boys? Yes, sir, of course, sir.
Now, just if you are to do anything like that, make sure I'm not around there to see you. I did report on a man once for stealing a single. I don't think he ate ever since, and another individual, well, I wonder if they're a door currently. Who knows? But we slay demons, we slay heretics. We cannot go into details, for it would warp your precious mind, my lord. And we couldn't have that now, could we?
No,
Gerhart
quite.
pumps the gas a couple of times.
Let him through, boys, let him through. Done with this. As he kind of just tips his cup to you guys.
Paul
Winds up
would
the
tip
window.
his commissar's hat as they drive by, and as soon as the windows are closed, Paul would say, "Odious man, wasn't he?"
Like many lords, really. More money than sense. More
Far too
privilege than anything else.
I'm far too preoccupied with shallow glory.
If they knew the horrors of war half as much as they thought they did, they may have a somewhat more grounded perspective. Most lords that I've ever known have been sheltered by their own. The name keeps them safe and free from being drafted into the Imperium's war machine. Silk trousers and soft skin does not make for much a citizen.
And it does not. I do wonder what his toil is.
Making other people's life harder, as you've just seen.
You
trundle on, winding
I wonder what's on the radio.
deeper into the city.
Here in my car.
Hey, you, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, he loves you. Hey, ho.
Wings appear from underneath. We're actually orcs. I believe it flies, so now it flies.
Okay.
That would be more Khan driving a vehicle.
Yeah.
As you trundle along, you get deeper down into the lower.
By the river?
Yes, by the river. Down, lower into the hive spire itself. You're past.
Ooh, 66.
Past the lower spire. You're past the. You're going down into the slums, back where you know where the Chem 5 lab is. And as you turn a corner, you see an unusual thing skitter across the road in front of you. Let me get it.
If only I was quicker to think that I could do a voice line from my
voice line?
soundboard, but too late.
Ah.
No, a sound clip from the soundboard, but the moment's
No way. It's not got any art. It's not got any art for it. That's ridiculous. Okay. So you see this out of the corner of your eye, just this small black beetle-like thing. It's maybe the size of Gerhart's fist.
Ew.
As it scuttles across the road, tinkering as it goes. Just as it does so, the Humvee rolls straight across it, crushing the beetle.
Just as I was growing attached to the beetle, you take it away from us.
Hey. Got it.
You hear a mechanical crunch as the heavy tracks ride over it.
Oh no.
I don't know what the oh no is for. What do you know?
I know what it is. But Argenta doesn't. Huh. Bugs seem to be crawling out of all the walls here. Disgusting.
Large
I
bug
guess
the
I'm not
size
surprised.
of Gerhardt's fist. Okay.
Never seen something like that before. Strange.
Do we
Perhaps they're
do an
endemic.
awareness check or something?
You just ran it over and carried on.
Fair.
Maybe they're endemic to Tora Armis.
I don't know. I'm not from here. Do you have bugs like that?
I would not say.
I'm not from Tora Armis either. Gilead Primus. But I'm also not a bug connoisseur. I basically lived in a hive city and then was plucked into the Absolvers.
Maybe those bugs are this city's rats. Plenty of those on Holy Terra.
Quite large though, don't you think? Wonder if they're edible.
Maybe it'd be a good source of protein. Different flavor to all of the corpse starch.
They've eaten worse. Much, much worse. By quite a stretch.
I have seen some of the things that you have eaten, Lord Gerhart.
Yeah, you do put a lot of stuff in your mouth. There's...
I do not envy
You know what? That
you.
bug actually wasn't that big. You'd be surprised. There are lots of large fauna and things like that across the galaxy.
Anything like that on Enoch?
Is it a history check?
You can give me a history check if you want. It's going to be DN. Give me an honest answer. Does Argenta give a shit about insects?
No.
Give me a DN6 then.
She's like, she reads lots of books, so she would have like come across stuff, but she would have never particularly picked out a book on bugs.
And when you
It'd
say
be
she
more
reads
like-
lots of books, are they all holy scriptures?
Well, it'd be things like medicines. It would be like if people
Oh,
were
good, yeah,
bitten
good
by
point.
bugs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
good
It'd be
point.
like
That's actually fair.
tangential.
That's actually fair.
DN6 then, please.
Yeah.
Ooh.
3-1.
So close. You got a lot of wrath, though. A lot of wrath.
Fuck
A lot
it.
of wrath, considering it's nearly the end of the session.
Unfortunately.
We've got
Please, oh,
glory.
glory.
Yes. I want to get this used to. I want to hear this bug meta knowledge.
I can't use two. That's too far.
Use 2, man.
Use two.
Use it or lose it.
No, we didn't. Guys, you forget, we didn't start this session until like nearly 9 o'clock. We've got 2 more hours left to go.
Oh, what glory!
Nice. Nice. Yeah. I mean, passing with a critical, 100% you know about the creatures and disgusting things of Enoch. You've heard of the... What's it called? I wasn't expecting this. The Enochian rake, I think it's called. Where are you? Lost it. You've heard of beasts that live within the oceans of Gilead.
So stupid.
Exactly.
Come on.
You've heard of beasts that live within the seas of Enoch, of great leviathans that stalk the waters. There are insects, reptiles of all shapes and sizes, poisonous, non-poisonous. But this is all of Enoch. The creature that you saw doesn't remind you of anything you've seen on Enoch. You've seen beetles, you've seen large beetles, but it didn't look like the ones you've seen. Usually large beetles have a more colourful display on their shells. This was almost a shiny jet black.
Could she tell if it's a beetle or not?
I'm going to say with the critical, you're fairly confident it's not a beetle.
So she will have talked to you for about 15 minutes, like going into just great detail of all of the beetles of Enoch. Just go. So this one, and going into details of like all the bite conditions that they create, and then she just goes after she finishes off, and you know what? I don't actually think that was a beetle.
Well, whatever it was is dead.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that won't ever come up again.
I'm sure there aren't any insects.
I told you it's not an insect.
All right. I take it back. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's not of the persuasion that if one of its own dies, the rest of the horde follows.
Oh, I bet it's some gross Mechanicus thing. Fucking for cool.
You know, we've fought demons inside of a massive stomach. And this is what takes your interest?
It did take my
And we've all got
interest,
to have
though.
hobbies.
I was very interested in the physiology inside of it. I was thinking, inside the stomach, I wonder how it processes biomatter going through inside of it. And then I was thinking, oh, if we stayed here long enough, we actually absorbed into it. But then, is it warp? Then would it actually biologically process or anything? Would that actually be something that'd be to do? And then she'd talk on for another 10 minutes.
Well,
If I see another one, I'll pull over.
well, I guess next time we walk into a biological building, maybe we can requisition a large scalpel.
No, but no, Paul. Curiosity killed the cat.
What's a cat?
Can't- Oh yeah, shit. Curiosity. Curiosity
I-
killed the kid who didn't
Space cat.
believe
It's
in
called
the
a space
emperor.
cat.
I think there are.
Say the
I think
orphan, yeah.
I think there are cats in 40k. I think they're just called felines because Latin for obvious reasons.
Fuck's sake.
You continue your journey, having passed the pilot's test and faced both of the complication and the travel event. You arrive at
bad.
Chem Plant 5.
Nice.
The bridge, well, last time you were here, the bridge had been destroyed by the carrion gang. Bridge has been restored. There are Imperial civilians coming backwards and forwards from the chem plant. Some going to their day's labor, others returning from it. As you pull up in front of the chem plant, most don't even look at you. They are focused on their mission, on their diligence to the Emperor.
Paul, you should see it. The toil, it's such a beauty to behold.
I see it, Arjuna, I see it. Though it would have been useful if one of them approached us so that we could find out where Lord Jaggeran's gotten himself off to. And then, as he says that, Paul just calls out to one of the workers. You there!
Me?
Lord Jaggeran summoned us. You know where he is?
Don't worry, I'll go get him. I'll go get him. As this little man scampers off and returns shortly after with Lord Gerhart Argenta, who now looks something
Thank you
like
kindly.
this.
He's got a new arm
He's got a new arm.
and nice clothing.
As he steps out of the chem labs, he's got a big smile across his face. Oh, Lord Gerhart, Argenta, Paul. Oh, I'm so glad you got my message. Come in, please. Come in. As he takes you
You're
back
looking better,
to
Lord
his
Jaggeran.
office. Oh, why, thank you. Yeah, those cog boys sorted me out all right. They gave me this fancy new augmetic on my arm. And, well, perks of being a lord, I guess. They giving us all these clothes from the old house. But that is... My story's boring. What happened after you left?
fighting demons, psychers, amalgamations, fighting inside what looks to be a living manor, killing a Lord Van Statten.
Whoa!
Chaos
You killed the Lord Van
corrupted.
Satin!
We
He's
did,
already
yes. Lord Van Statten was checked out, so to speak. What remained was just a husk. He was taken by the warp, unfortunately. But it concluded with, yes, bringing the manor to heel, killing Lord Van Statten, and blowing it to holy hell.
Wow. That's amazing. I can't believe you went through all that and survived. There's a lot of people around here who owe their lives to you three.
Oh, yes, and don't forget, Paul did throw a tank.
I remember seeing
So
that.
They keep saying.
He threw that Achilles Ridge runner off the bridge, didn't he? I saw that.
No. He threw a rhino. You know what?
He threw a bigger tank.
Yes,
Bloody hell. You are
His
powerful.
habits are hard to break.
Well, look, I feel a bit stupid now asking you here, but I did want to bring you here and thank you. You saved my people. You saved me.
Oh, that's fine.
You did a real service to the city, and I don't think they can ever repay you. And must admit, I feel ashamed asking you for more. You've done so much for us already.
We're still planet-side. That's what we're here for. That's what our job is.
Well,
We are all slightly different, but the end goal's the same. Further the Imperium way. What do you need? Speak freely.
well, you see, being a lord, it's you get these nice fancy clothes, but they expect a lot of you. They've put me in charge of getting a lot of the manpower and people down onto the manufactorums, get the factories working, get the chemical labs burning. It's nothing like the engineering work. We had a shipload of people land from, I think it was Enoch, I believe it was. A lot of refugees looking for somewhere to live, job to keep them busy. Well, they settled in all right. Been working hard. But there's a lot of talk of people going missing. Now, missing people's one thing. We're bringing thousands of people off from other planets. People's gonna go missing.
Did you, sorry to interrupt you there, Lord Jagrin, but we had a bit of a run-in on the way back from Enoch on the way to Vacaris. That's caused me to be a little bit more cautious, I suspect, from anyone leaving Enoch. Do you know if they were underwent any kind of gene scan? All of the people from Enoch?
Oh, sorry, Commissar, I don't know. But I don't think we'd have scanned them here. We haven't got the technology for that. It's a war zone, or it was a war zone until your efforts, of course. If they got scanned or going on the ship or coming off, I don't know. Why? What happened?
Gene stealers. Gene stealers are what happened.
I beg your pardon, sir? Gene
Xenos.
stealers? Xenos?
Hmm.
Them things that ain't human?
Yes.
They look human.
Yeah, precisely.
See anyone that looks kind of like a mutant, but not?
They
Watch
steal
out.
your genes, so to speak.
That's
You
mighty
end up with
terrifying.
More limbs.
Well, I've
How
not.
much would we know about gene stealers? Could we inform him to watch out for?
I mean, I don't think any of you know necessarily about gene stealers. You've had your interaction
Fought them.
on Strachan's workhorse. You saw mutated creatures attacking you.
Yeah. I'll stick with, yeah. If you see look like mutants, let us know. Have you seen anything like that, right?
Well, now we come to talk about it. See, these people going missing. I've had the supervisors have a whip around, try and get some information out of the hab blocks. There's talk of strange goings on in the dilapidated manufactorums that we haven't got up and running yet. There's things. Some people have talked about strange mutations, but, well, when you deal with nasty chemicals day in, day out, strange mutations stop being so strange. Might be worth, if you don't mind, if you're happy to look into it for us, because the supervisors ain't the smartest. If you're happy to look into it, I'd start at the ab blocks, talk to the civilians, might be able to get some sense out of them.
Sounds like a good lead. We didn't come all this way to say no.
But it depends on what you believe. One of the supervisors came back and said that there was a giant, huge creature. Essentially one big muscle. And he was taking people out of their beds. It sounds like a story to scare the children more than real life. You three have destroyed the incursion here. Should be peaceful now, right?
No, there is never ever true peace or safety. I mean, what Tora Armis went through was very, very bad. Sounds like what is happening right now is just another day, and just another problem to squash. Plus, our speciality is large creatures.
Wow, well, that's a great thing to hear. The local hab block that services ours is Hab Sector Kappa 9. If you're happy to do it, have a chat with them. See if any of it's real. And if you can, stop whatever's taking my men. If I can't keep these manufactorums up and running at 100%, it would be my nuts on the fucking block.
So, Hab Sector 9, missing people, and potentially this creature. Correct?
That's about it. I don't know what to believe, though. Could just be people running off. Creature might be a story to cover it. Deserters are getting shot.
Lord, are the people... Are there any cliques we should be aware of? Any groups that have separated themselves?
Not that I've come across, but...
Staying together, or is everyone just interweaving with one another?
Not that I've known. I mean, when they are working, they're working hard. The factory output goes well, but then all of a sudden, a new shift will come on and half the workforce don't rock up. We look into it, try and find them, no sign of them.
Just saying. Such beautiful
And no
toil.
one knows where half the workforce goes off to.
Of that shift, yeah. So they
Guess we
keep
need to-
they keep ferrying in more people from Enoch to replace them. Some people are just reporting them as dead. There's enough bodies in the city.
And there's been absolutely no sign of where these bodies could have gone. Out of all the missing ones, there's been no repeat kind of information. Nothing that would suggest where they might be going.
Not that's come back to me. But talk to the survivors. Talk to the people at the Hab sector. Maybe they'll give you some more. Might have more clues for you.
Sounds like a
Okay.
plan. I have one last question for you, Lord. How's the little one doing? The tiny little girl. I think it was like her granddad.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, the one.
I thought you meant his daughter. I was like, she's dead.
No, not
No.
that. She wasn't little.
Still dead.
Yeah.
So not great.
The little one's doing all right. She's handled the loss of her mum pretty well. She's strong, like the rest of the Aromats. She'll do all right. She's not gone missing. She's still with me, but I keep her safe. Thanks for asking, Argenta.
She's always welcome in the sisterhood if she ever.
I'll remind her.
Uh.
She's got the fighting spirit for it. It would be an honour.
But someday.
Cool. And with that, we'll end tonight's session.
Boom!
Hey.
HB 1 down. First sesh.
We'll say bye-bye stream. Bye-bye stream.
Bye, stream.